Yeah, I said 50.
Okay. So I'm a charge of 18, so if I use my jump pack, that's what, 36? So I'm going to try and use the Wings of Angels ability, which I can add 20 meters to the movement rate of my jump pack if I pass a challenging +2 pilot test. And then if it's on a charge, I get 1d5 to damage to any melee attacks.
Alright.
So pilot personals off of agility, right?
I'm sorry?
Pilot personal tests are based off of agility, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I passed that just fine. So I make the charge against the heavy weapons, guys.
Alright.
And then I can roll to attack, right?
Damn.
Don't charges usually have effects too?
They sure do. Now to figure out what it is.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed on this. I haven't even done really
Plus
well.
10 to weapon skill.
I passed anyways, so it's all good.
And also you must move 4 meters, but you moved a lot more than that. At least 4 meters.
Yeah, I moved, what, 50? But I could have moved up to, what, 56? So,
You went far.
yeah. Okay, so I made that, so then I roll damage, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What's the stuff on the chainsword again?
Alright.
Oh, it's 1d8
What are you talking about?
3. Or,
Yeah, chainsword is 1d10 plus 3, rending penetration 3.
okay.
It's also herring. So you roll 2d10 to pick the highest, add 3 to it.
And then double strength, right?
Yeah. Plus 3 plus double strength. Also, I'm not
Oh
sure
my
if I'm
God.
I don't know what to do, Havel. I'm gonna use the restroom now.
Okay.
And then I can add a d5 to that if it's not a horde. But if it's a horde, then I just kill one of them, I guess.
It is a horde, but I'm not sure what to do with the 2 10s that just exploded for damage, so...
Well, yeah, but I only get one of those because it's Terry.
Yeah, because you got to choose one of those. You got to choose the highest one of those or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just a
I think I also have a power armor history that lets me do more damage to hordes. I think it's like +1, but I have to.
Oh my.
Because I have the Death's Joy history.
Is he fighting the horde?
Yeah, I had decided that I was going to count the heavy weapons squad as horde.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
+1 to the horde's magnitude.
How many degrees of success was your charge attack?
It was quite a lot. I think I got a. Or like the hitting or the.
No, not
yeah,
the
the
damage, just the actual ability to hit.
That was none. I had like 50. Or I guess it was 1 actually with the +10.
Okay.
So I guess at the very least I do 2 to the magnitude.
You're supposed to hit again the horde for every degree of success.
Oh, okay. So I'll roll again, I guess. Or do I roll another hit?
You don't have to roll another hit.
Oh, okay. But that's 3 damage then?
I believe it's 3 magnitude damage.
Because I got the 2 from the hits I got, and then the 1 from my power armor history. So that should be pretty good.
I mean, he completely fucking eviscerated those 3 orcs, or however many 3 magnitude of orcs equates to.
Yeah, you wiped out that heavy weapons squad.
Oh.
They had them at 2 magnitude, so I was hoping they were going to get shot off because the amount of Taka would have killed one of you.
Wow. Rest in peace, Xeno scum.
Saint, it's your turn.
Okay. What's the most I can move and shoot at the same time?
You can do like half your move distance, right? That's a half move.
And then it's just
Yeah.
can I do a burst from there, or does it have to be a single shot, or?
It'd have to be a single shot if you moved.
Okay, well I'm just gonna move a half, which is not very much.
Okay.
Half is 7. Yeah, so I'm only moving 7 meters and squeezing off a shot. Towards the standard orcs that are cresting. If there's no heavy weapons left. Probably gonna miss it. Yep, missed it.
Alright, so you missed the shot.
Yep.
That's it. You moved up. Hojo.
Ah.
Some store boys have landed in front of you, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. Shit.
Counting them as a horde as well.
Oh, wow. I guess.
I had already decided that before you had moved up. Otherwise, I could kill you and say that they're all individuals. But
So they are in front of me, though, right?
yeah, they've just landed in front of you, between you and the wall.
And Radagast kneels down, switches to metal storm bolts, and fires off in full auto. Oh boy, if I miss now, that'd be hilarious. Full auto is plus 20. Okay, Ah. Just to clarify, I am shooting at the Storm Boys.
Alright. I'm assuming a 6 is a hit, because there's no way you have that's ballistic.
My ballistic is pretty high.
Right, so how many degrees of success and all that?
It's the full burst, alright. Ballistic skill right now unmodified is 57. Because of the full burst it's 77. Or full burst is 4 shots.
So it's 4 hits.
Yeah. This thing that's also tearing. So 1d10 plus 9. But because it's tearing, it's 2d10.
Oh, dude, that guy's gonna fuck you up. He's got a hat.
Oh, wait. It's Metal Storm, so plus 7. He's gonna be fucking fungus jelly in just a second.
Oh no, man, he's got a hat.
I have a helmet, it's like a hat, but better. Okay, penetration 3. Jesus Christ. Penetration 3, blast 2. 19, 17, 16, 16. That would be 15, 16, 13, and 15.
Oh, did my trees go?
Yep. The orcs have fashioned ladders out of them. Alright, so how much damage did you do to this horde?
Every shot blast 2. So basically double the magnitude of damage I would have done.
So 6?
If I originally did 3 magnitude damage, then yes.
So as the orc storm boys land, do you neatly shoot them all?
Oh,
Hitting one in the in its rocket back, causing it to explode, finishing the job, destroying the 1 magnitude horde of storm boys.
they're 1 magnitude? Oh.
Well, it's got to be good for morale for the Penal Legion who are rolling up.
At what point does it stop being a war?
When they get through this fucking wall,
There's some jelly here.
then it becomes a shit show.
Some jelly here.
Yeah, oh,
They made it through.
oh, that doesn't count.
You want some jelly, motherfucker?
I could
Now
probably push it into the cracks in the front of my chest plate, yeah.
it is the orcs' turn. But all the orcs who have made it over the wall are dead. So only the orcs that are moving up are left.
They jump down. Wait, something's wrong here.
Those orcs coming out the wall are going to come up
Climb.
expecting to see the boys that came up before them. All they're going to see is the Emperor's mailed fist.
Yeah. Rub some of this jelly at the end of a stick and we'll post it up. I'm not sure if they'll get it, but I hope they will. I can't believe you blew up the war boss in one shot. I almost feel bad for him.
That shot would have killed my Space Marine in one hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably would have killed most things in one hit. I mean, from the looks of it, we've kind of just pretty much destroyed a lot of these orcs pretty quickly. We dealt with Storm Boys, right?
Yeah, they're
They're dead. They're very
also
dead.
Very dead.
As more orcs move up and start jumping off the wreck down, see that was definitely just the tip of the attack. The orcs quickly begin to swarm over the wreck. Like more shooters come off the wreck, followed by some boys to begin to spread out along the top of the wall in greater numbers.
Bugs are back on the wall. Like, where were those heavy?
They're coming down like right around him now. Like he landed, and then where the heavies had set up, but they're landing like right in front of him.
So he's going to be completely swarmed.
Maybe.
Like a green waterfall.
I think that's what he wants.
I'm not doubting that. More just trying to get a tactical overview of what's going on over there. Or what my character will be able to see.
The guardsmen that had already been manning the area are firing into the orcs now.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that.
They probably won't last till too long. The orcs, if I don't kill them, we don't kill them all.
Does the Allied initiative roll also include the Penal Legion, or are they still too far away to actually be engaging?
They're too far away to be engaging.
Okay. That's what I figured, I just wasn't sure.
The guardsmen do an admirable job of laying fire into the orc, taking down a score of them as they try to move up into cover. Their las guns and other standard issue guard weapons. And with that, it's back to ice.
Okay, I'm close enough
Actually,
to.
it's my turn.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Oh yeah, because you rolled a
Oh
6.
yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah,
Sorry.
he's on 6. Oh, I completely forgot. Oh yeah.
Aw.
Poor fat.
So what's left standing up there?
There are plenty of orc targets in front of you.
They're climbing up the
Alright.
ship.
I will target them with full auto burst.
Alright.
I only got 3 successes, but I got enough extra to hit with all 6 rounds.
What?
Yeah, what?
What is the when you hit by more than 10? What's that called?
1 degrees of success.
Yeah, I got enough degrees of success to add additional damage. Enough hits.
What?
So when you full auto, you get additional hits up to your weapon's firing capacity for each degree of success.
There you go. So then you.
So I hit all 6 shots with
Alright.
the degrees of success.
Okay.
So these are all pin 6 and 19, 22, 22.
You said 6, didn't you? Oh yeah, because you got a 9.
One was
Okay, I see.
19, one was 22, one was 22, one was 23, one was 22, and one's 18.
Yeah.
And my 9 did not hit to do extra damage, so.
It's not a bad throw. 3 22s, a 19, an 18, and a 23.
Hopefully enough to take some magnitudes down.
So since you got a 9, is that not just you roll the crit damage after that?
You got to roll to hit, and I rolled a 72, which actually 72 is enough. So that 23 would actually be a 30. Because full auto burst gives me a plus 20 to my to hit.
So it's 2 22s, a 19, an 18, a 23, and a 32.
No, the 23 is a 30.
Oh, okay, that way around. Okay, my bad. So it's still 3 22s, a 30,
Yes.
a 19, and an 18. Okay. Anyway, you look at it, lots of damage.
Yes, lots of dead orcs.
Did you guys see this, by the way, that video? Forget who posted it first. I don't know if it was in here or another Discord. But that, it's basically a heavy bolter.
I
Treaty
had
of
not
Versailles
seen
was nature machine gun.
I like the wheels. I demand some for my bolter.
Off topic again, there's a third-party company that makes that gun carriage for heavy bolters for Warhammer. So if you want to have your Imperial Guardsmen rolling them around. Anyway,
my Imperial
after
Guards.
that,
Oh, never mind.
after that impressive display of shooting, orc bits begin raining down all over the courtyard and surrounding area.
I said leave and do not come back.
Practically wiping out all of the orcs that had just dropped onto the wall. I feel like last game, this battle was really desperate, and now you guys have just completely turned it around.
It's not over yet, man. We've got plenty of time to fuck ourselves over.
Nah, we can do this.
Well,
for
and the
ages.
fact that they're sort of funneling in allows us to sort of wipe them up, reset, wipe them up, reset.
Yeah, but one bad roll and then they've got a massive beachhead, so I mean... Eh. Don't underestimate our bad luck, Pavel.
Yeah, we can still fuck it up spectacularly. It'll be great.
It looks like we've got good luck right now, but we don't. It's really just our bad luck, you know, making us feel a little bit secure, so when it just smashes in the face, it's as hard.
Now it goes back to Ice's turn.
I bet Ice is away playing like RimWorld or something.
What? This is my turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. So whoever said it was mine, their mic kind of cut out, so it's just like, I didn't really hear what they said. Okay. So there's still orcs like around me, or are they still like
Crawling away, and you're casually backhanding them.
Okay. How long does like Promethean burn on the ground? Just thinking, could I use my flamer to like make like a kind of like sort of a wall of flame right at like the edge of the ramp? They'd have to run through it if they wanted to come in.
Question.
I don't think it lasts that long.
Okay.
I think it's more effective if you actually touch them with it, because they can't remove it. But walking over it's not that bad. Not as bad as getting covered in it, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So there are orcs like on the ramp now that I'd be able to shoot at, or
No, there's some jelly on the ramp now. They're just looking at the ramp at this point. The impassable object.
so there's a bunch of them below the ramp, correct? And like kind of surrounding it.
Yeah,
I would
they're swarming up over it. They're like at the lip right now. The next group of them.
Hey, I'm gonna try and shoot my flamer at them then.
All right.
What's the distance between the top of the ramp and the bottom?
It's pretty massive. It's an orc lander. I can't remember where. I don't know where I have my notes on the fort wall. This notebook, but I know the walls I had said originally were pretty high. Just can't remember exactly how high. If you were to jump off the walls, you'd probably die. Saying.
Don't jump off the walls.
Only you're not gonna do it.
Ice can do it. You can do it.
Technically,
I mean, Zane can still jump off the walls. He just won't live much longer afterward.
Why would I be jumping off the wall?
Because you're
I don't know.
fucking crazy.
I'm crazy.
yeah, the Orc Lander is slightly bigger than a Thunderhawk, if that gives you.
Oh, that's pretty big. That's a siege tower right there.
Yeah.
So we need to get some flamers up here and light it up.
Speed, don't jump off the wall.
The Ice is kind of standing underneath what would have been the cockpit, upside down, smashed in. The orcs are kind of like in the upper jaw of the landing, looking down, standing on the broken ramp above it.
Did you shoot yet, Eyes?
Yeah. I didn't think you had to roll ballistic skill on flamers.
Don't you just roll damage against the horde?
Oh yeah. I thought they had to roll like agility or something.
No, there's too many of them. They can't. Basically, when you deal with hordes, they can't dodge, they can't parry, but neither can you against them. And that counts for agility too. So basically, you just do magnitude.
Okay, I did
Almost.
8.
Almost for free.
Yeah, I did 8 magnitude damage. If I have the flamer stuff right. I guess that would be 9, because I get +1 with my Death is Joy thing. I thought that only applied to melee, but from the looks of it, it's also ranged, so I did 9 magnitude damage.
What is the range of your flamer?
20.
Oh.
If I have it right, I have that armory up, and I'm pretty sure it's at 20.
Yeah. That would be 1d10 plus 5. Plus the 1. Yeah, that's correct.
That's 9.
9. They're fucking crisping them. Hey, this is a great idea. We should have made a hole in the wall a long time ago. Fucking shot him through that hole.
Scores of orcs go down, falling back on fire, screaming and flailing about. Failure of this latest attack. The orcs' morale have begun to waver, even though those at the bottom of the ramp continued to climb up it.
Surprised no one's picked up the boss's body and thrown it at them.
We have to test it for Gene Stealer.
No. Well, it's not like he's a fucking Khan. They're not all his descendants.
Let's see whose turn next. Saint.
Okay. I am going to. Let's see. I can't move a full action and then do a perception check, can I?
I think tests are free.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could technically run and then do a perception.
I mean, just keep your eyes open.
I just want to get a bit closer. I'm still like just under 50 meters away. So let's see. My run is huge. I can run 42. So I do. I'm looking to move around about here, if you guys can see. I don't want you move the whole run distance, but I want to get a lot closer. And I want to do a perception check looking out towards the orc host to see if I can find anything of particular interest. Ideally I'm looking for the boss, but I mean, I don't expect to find the boss. I'm more just looking for anything that's obviously a threat, or something to basically catch my eye. And considering my experience with Armageddon, I'm hoping that I can maybe make some sense of what I'm seeing from being familiar with orcs, at least to a particular amount.
Alright.
So rolling perception. 47, my perception is 62, sorry. So I got 2 degrees of success. Oh no, 1 degree of success. I got 62 perception, I rolled a 47. So a little over 1 degree of success.
You got 1 degree of success?
A little over, yeah. I rolled a 47, my perception is 62. So I'm short of 2 degrees, but yeah. I'll pass. And it's just looking out over the orc forces. Just giving a scan of the area.
Looking out over the orc hordes swarming outside the wall?
Yeah, that kind of sort of area.
You can kind of see way off into the distance vehicles that don't appear to be moving.
Any gauge on size?
There's nothing really to distinguish them from any of the other vehicles.
Okay.
They're going around. Can't really tell from here.
Are they all kind of clumped together-ish? Or just spread out?
Yeah, I would say you would find it odd that these orcs that are obviously obsessed with speed, that there would be any vehicles stopped at this point, as the rest of them are literally doing laps around the fortress and shooting off the walls while being taken out by artillery here and there.
The Castilian's got scanners and stuff, doesn't he?
He has an Auspex, yeah.
And that's the Castilian, the overseer. Not the overseer, the fucking the commander of the fortress.
Yeah, the Castilian.
Oh. Can I relay this information to him, or would I have to wait a turn?
You can tell him that you think that you found something.
Okay, I'll just open up the Vox. I'll open up the Vox channel to him and the commissar. I want to do a habit of whenever I say Castilian, I want to make sure the commissar is hearing it all as well. Fuck you, Hojo, brother.
Look there, I should have let the orcs kill you.
I said fuck you, Hojo. I said your name by mistake. I didn't mean to say fuck you to the GM.
Nah, it's alright.
Oh, don't be like that.
I try to plan out all this stuff before it happens, so that even if you do tell me to fuck myself, it's not like I'm gonna go off script and take out a hit on you or something.
But in all honesty, I meant to say Hojo, that's why I corrected myself so quickly, because he laughed at me. Castilian.
And then a gene stealer stabbed Saint in the back.
Yeah, like fucking Juicer's gene stealer ambush out of nowhere.
Oh.
Castilian. There's some vehicles up north. They're being stationed. They're sitting stationary at the moment. I might want to keep your eye on them. It's quite unusual. I'm not sure if you can pick them up with your sensors, but just be aware.
Yes, Lord Theros, I understand you. I'll be looking into it. He says hastily, as you can hear behind him, there is much commotion going on in the command room.
What does he have to worry about from underneath his table?
You know, apart from that, Castilian, we seem to be holding the wall just now. Everything is holding fast. We will keep you updated on any further developments. Obsidian skulls up.
Understood. Alright, so whose turn was it? It's not Hojo's?
Yeah.
That was Saints.
Yeah. And now it's Hojo's.
I'm assuming since the fucking Legionnaires are now lined up and taking pot shots and anything on the wall that's not green and short.
I was about to say the two Space Marines up there by the orcs are both green.
No? Yeah.
We got Arvak the Salamander.
Duck motherfuckers.
And Castian, the Dark Angel. Everything on that north wall, apart from one little, like, staggering red speck to the right a little, is green.
Basically, if the Legionnaires are here, that means the Chimera are here too, because they're faster, you know?
Yep.
Let me walk up to the one that has the heavy flamer next to me.
Alright.
Let that be my turn.
Okay. Now the orcs are up again.
Ah man, see that flyer that was coming in? If it was coming in high enough, we totally probably could have got the siege engines that are by the fort to take some pot shots at it as well. In hindsight.
This is working out too. Hell, if this works out any better, we'll get to keep that lander.
Hers. That's just
Not in the Deathwatch.
That's just a bunch of metal plates without an orc WA energy keeping it together.
We'll keep one alive and tie him to the engine. Stab him every now and then. You better WA, you fucking boy. Stab. Engines light up.
As the burning remains of orcs drifting off and falling off the top of the wreck, leaning up against the wall. The other orcs look down cautiously. You hear the loudspeakers from the truck outside boom on again. Something other than loud music that you probably hear in some underhive. You hear an orc voice bellowing commands that sounds something a lot like, "Zog it, boys. We'll let the Gribblies take care of them and come back later. I ain't gonna lose any more of my men." And the orcs begin to hoot and disengage the ones that aren't overtaken with battle lust and continue to try to charge up the wreck. Basically have at this point wiped out half of the orcs overall that were attacking the fort. Which would not make sense for the captain to lose any more men.
Is that speaker truck within 150 meters of the wall?
Yes, it is.
May I shoot it?
You can.
Before he takes a shot, what do the Allied forces do beforehand?
Yeah, I was just about to ask the same thing.
They continue pouring fire over the wall, and the guns fire, and I can calculate that if you want.
Please don't let... I don't think that's my choice. Who's on the wall? That's y'all's choice.
No, I mean I've been every time the Allies came up, the Orcs came up. I've also been rolling for Horde versus Horde, basically.
Oh.
And taking off numbers from the opposing sides. Would you like to know the magnitude of the Imperial Guard Horde?
I don't think I should know.
We know how many guys are on our side.
We know how many guys are in the fort, but
We got a rundown when we were getting how many vehicles and all that. So
Yep.
we would know that.
No? Okay.
So the remaining.
I imagine there's
There's
still
about-
other Imperials around the other, manning the guns and stuff as well. So I mean,
Of the fort defenders left, other than the vehicle pool and not including the penal legion, the walls are sparsely defended at the moment, having lost about 2/3 of their men in the battle. You have slaughtered more than half of the Orc horde that was attacking you, and Smigag is now attempting to retreat with what he can.
just as a reminder for everyone, so you can put that into perspective, there was 400 Imperial troops inside the fort when we arrived.
Wait, so the orc war boss we're hunting down is leaving right now, right?
He's
That's
trying,
the-
but that was
Yep.
gonna take a shot beforehand.
He is an objective. He is not as important as securing the fort was or is.
It just so happens that if we kill the big orc war boss, then that'll also at least secure the fort pretty much from the orcs.
Yeah. It'll help secure the sector from Orc Ludas, and it's very disturbing that the Tau have managed to make contact and sufficiently pay for them to do something for them.
Fucking
They're still fighting in space.
It gives
Or
me
that's
an
something
idea.
They are still fighting in space, but even if it was just taken into consideration the distance from the walls and the magnitude of an orbital bombardment,
Oh no, I don't want that. I just want to know if we can fucking contact them so I could get the orbital aspects back.
The last we
Yeah,
heard, they had to pull out. Just as a reminder.
Yeah.
yeah, they said they would let you know when they were back in range.
Okay.
All right. I unleashed on that speaker truck. I hit 6 times. And I did 22, 17, 20, 20, 21, and 21.
The speaker truck begins to rip itself apart and careen out of control. Even without the loudspeakers, you swear you can hear an orc bellowing, "Me fucking truck!"
Glorious.
Walk, bitch.
Can we now get the guns of the fortress that you've been calling in, Falk? Can you still call that in?
They're
Yeah.
still firing.
They've been firing.
Can we maybe signal it down to that single area and see if we can tear that area apart?
It won't kill him. It'll be hilarious though.
In my experience with like Rising Storm 2, a shell's gonna go wide and hit me. So
Well, it'd be kind of hard for it to hit you if you're on the wall.
it just has to hit on top of the wall.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying.
the guns
Gonna-
are the guns are on the outside of the wall. It'd have to shoot and then
Oh.
arc backwards
Oh, you're
somehow and then hit you.
Wind is strong.
I don't know. I mean,
The wind is
How they
strong.
are.
could happen.
Yeah, I'm not
Maybe
gonna say I'm
an
not
orc
gonna say our
bullet
luck
goes
is
in the
that.
barrel and detonates it.
The storm boy survived and crashed against the volley.
I'll call in the coordinates to the artillery of
All
the speaker truck.
All right, go ahead and roll your ballistics.
I got a plan though. I think it'll work well. Maybe.
With no bonuses, I missed by a little.
All right, so you send the coordinates to the guns, and shells begin to rain down around the area, slamming into the orc horde as they have been. A little more concentrated this time, and finishing off the truck, which was little more than a burning carriage at this point.
Do we have any kind of idea whether or not the boss is alive in that wreck, or?
Nah. Unless he landed direct, and probably we best assume he is.
I imagine he's alive, but I mean, I don't know what it looks like really, apart from just fire and bits.
There are still plenty of vehicles pulling away, so quite possible.
Is it my round now?
The Castilian contacts your squad, confirming that the orcs are pulling away, and wondering if there's any way that you could aid the remaining garrison in removing the wreck from the wall as soon as possible.
We'll do everything we can in clearing this wall, Castilian. Can you reach any of those stationary orc vehicles I mentioned earlier on, or are they out your range?
They've already moved on. They appear to have already moved on the aspects.
Radagast shoots into a private channel with the rest of the Marines. Before we get rid of the lander, maybe we should look inside and see what they were intending to do. Maybe some clues, maybe some, I don't know, supplies? They do like to loot our vehicles plenty. And if you didn't forget, they did take one of our chimeras.
Arvak,
Maybe some remnants are there.
Arvak, do you want to have a quick look through that lander before we get rid of it?
Oh yeah, I shall check it out right away.
In the
Well, I
meantime,
would say go ahead and check it out, and we can call the mechanics to start fastening together some explosives that we can plant throughout it.
well, we did ask them to set up, try and make some explosives that they could earlier on. They may have some. I'm not sure if they managed to get it done or not. In the meantime, Theros is moving towards the wreckage, and he's looking through the looking over the orb corpses, try to see if he can see any kind of clues of Genestealer infestation. Genestealer. What's the word?
We need
Infection.
Corruption, yeah, infection in any of the greenskins.
We might need to move the boss's body. That's kind of important to them. Or at least I think it would be.
We can just toss it the rest of the way into the fort.
You
Off
can
of the
see
wall.
detachment of guardsmen with flamers moving up, getting ready to burn the bodies too, as well. As standard Imperial Guard practice.
Theros just gives him a sign to hold for a few moments. Should I roll a perception to check these bodies or anything, or?
See if the hat
Light
survived
out.
from the boss. Don't laugh, it's important.
I mean, you can go up and roll your orc lore. Anyone that has background Armageddon can get whatever the I can't remember the fucking term for the bonus in this.
Yeah.
The only one
Know what I'm talking about?
The only one I remember is
No,
hatred
it's-
against orcs, but sort of general knowledge. But I'm basically I'm just looking for a Gene Stealer infection myself. I've got the Armageddon background. Is that a perception we'll have to take for that, or will that just be
No, you would roll your lore, whatever lore check it is, and then it would be
Forbidden
counted
lores.
as Forbidden Lore Xenos, then specifically Orc, and then with the Armageddon you would have like a
Hatred of Orcs, which is a +10.
yeah.
Okay, so I've got Forbidden Lore Xenos to train, as every Space Marine does standard. But I've got the Armageddon, so what would that roll against? Would that be rolling against perception or rolling against a different skill? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay, my intelligence is 42. I'll roll a deal. I rolled an 89.
Anyone else want to try? Well, since I was with the guard before the actual action, I believe when they arrive, I'll also arrive.
Well, who else was at Armageddon?
I would also check them, but I was not at Armageddon, so I wouldn't have a bonus.
That's okay.
Everyone in range should probably give a quick look. I mean,
Oh my god.
I did not.
Arvek?
Good thing I don't roll like that when I shoot.
Yeah, I know, right? Arvek, you gonna make a roll?
Stop chatting with whoever you're chatting with.
Ah, fuck, he's dead again.
Nice.
Salamander?
Ice to the game. Ice to the game.
What? Did I miss something?
We've been talking to you.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Where you
What did I
be?
miss? Sorry, I was grabbing some stuff. I ran out of water.
Oh, maybe we should have a break.
That's fine. I got my water.
No, I gotta.
Oh.
Come on, man.
I'm not allowed to have water.
Ah.
So, Ice, we are testing to see if we can see any Gene Stealer infection.
Basically,
And then-
roll off D100 off your intelligence. And were you at Armageddon?
Yeah.
Okay, so add plus, so you get a 10 bonus. So you want to roll a D100 off your intelligence. What's your intelligence?
I'm looking now. It is 50, so I pass it by 3.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you just passed.
Yeah.
Alright, so looking around, none of you really notice anything. You don't think that there any corruption among the orcs. Clearly see that they all seem to be normal.
Theros kind of stretches his lips underneath his helmet. Some of the blood that's previously there is.
But yeah, the front of your
crusted
armor
dry.
is still fucking cracked open, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's kind of clogged up with repair cement, but
Yep.
yeah, it's pretty much 90% repair cement at the moment. But kind of stretches my lip and just kind of dislodging some of the drying blood from the side of his lips. Brow furrowing, looking over the bodies, just a few memories slipping by. He looks over, up towards Arvek, and over his shoulder back towards Castian, and then down. Well, I'm not sure if Radagast is on the wall yet.
I'm with the guard at this point. Might as well lead him in destroying the
Yeah,
bodies.
he would be.
Kind of looking for anything to bat off. Seeing that none of them seem to have found anything important, gives a little nod towards the guard. Looks down towards the lander that's still propped up against the wall. So, shall we get to it and see if there's anything of the Emperor's work within this lander before dislodging it?
Sure, we got to plant explosives anyway, so we might as well go through it.
Make haste, brother. I will lead the guard in cleansing the ship once y'all are finished.
This artifact tries to make its way inside then, since I'm like right there in front of it.
So we will search the wreckage while planting explosives.
Oh, y'all don't have to plant explosives. We'll send we still have the Engineers.
Engine Sears should be in the Leviathan at the moment.
They'll be here.
If they got to the Leviathan, that is. That's kind of Havel's discretion on that one.
Yeah, they made it.
Okay, well, in that case, the Leviathan should all be up and running. The Magus' body should be found and moved. But they knew
The
it was
Leviathan was running before you killed the Magus.
yeah, but he was kind of blocking it off.
Oh, we can start opening it up now. I'm sorry. Go on, Havel.
Go ahead. What is your plan?
It's not a plan. I was just saying all those sealed off doors, we can open them up again and see if the Magus was telling us the truth. If we really wanted to.
Well, we have the Leviathan locked down. Whether or not the door, we can check, I guess, if we want to, but I wouldn't really hold that as a high priority. But as long as we have it secured and it's not all locked away from us anymore, technically it's under fortification control and no longer under the Magus' discretion.
Yes, that is technically true.
I know you're going to kind of fuck me for doing this to the Magus, but I felt like I had to, okay?
I'm not fucking you. You are fucking with Imperial law, sir.
Ah, shit.
That's fine. We have our orders. I'm making sure the orders were carried out and the fort is secure. He was a liability. And I will take my repercussions once the mission has been done. And the
What are they called?
Deathwatch can sanction me themselves if they find my actions to be unsuitable. But
Oh, you think it's tied just to the Deathwatch? What the hell is it called? Rosetta? What the fuck is it called?
I will take my
Rosetta.
punishment after the mission is either completed or failed. Or if it comes to me before then, I'll deal with it then. But as it stands, I made my decisions and I will stand by them.
You're a madman,
There's method to my madness, sir.
but you're still mad.
No. Well, let's get this fucking wreck. It's not. let's see if we can find anything. I doubt we're gonna, but let's see.
You move through the wreck. If you want to pull searches, you may. But you're swift. It doesn't take you much time to set up the demolition charges.
Do you want to make? Did you say if we want to roll searches?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll roll a perception. Failed my perception. Didn't see anything in particular.
It's only combat. Well, okay, never mind.
Oh, Castian's on point in here.
So I rolled
you-
2.
You find what you could only describe as a crate or case of some kind. It's obviously not orcish and is far too clean and pristine in its make and design. Has clear markings on it that are not orcish.
Would it be Tau?
Yes, it would.
Would it be the payment?
It would probably be part of it.
I will take it.
All right.
Careful, cousin. You may want to check that case. I don't
Oh,
want
I'm taking it in order to have it investigated.
we don't want to unwittingly take a Trojan horse into the fortification.
the Tau giving the orcs a bomb as payment? Wait, shit.
Yeah, you know that doesn't sound so stupid.
Yeah.
So I have any idea of what it is?
No, it just looks like what you would assume to be, as far as any kind of standard thing for a crate or a case would be. You don't know how to open it. It's very sharpness. It's the round, the odd round nature of the lines and the cleanliness of the box, and it is alien by its very nature. You find it disturbing that there isn't even the smallest amount of like grime or debris clinging to the box. It is unlike anything that you would find in any Imperial make, anything of Imperial make.
Perhaps the Injasiers? Maybe.
The cleanliness of it is an affront to the Emperor.
Ordo Xenos and the Mechanicus might be interested in taking a look at it.
We must make a decision, cousins. Either we toss these things from the wall, the front to the Emperor it is, or we take it with us and hand it over to the Deathwatch and the Inquisition.
Could attempt to open it here as well.
Yeah, that's not. I wouldn't open it.
My worry is that, of course, it's either maybe some kind of explosive, or even a beacon of some kind, to call in an orbital strike, perhaps, or it could just be the fact that they were taking it and trying to get it into the fortification makes me wary. Is all I'm saying.
No matter what it is, we can't let the guards see it. Questions. Some questions don't need answers.
Staros kind
Hey,
of looks
yeah.
over the other people there and just... What are we going to do with it? As I'm not sure.
I think we should bring it in to have it looked at.
All I know is that the Greenskins were trying to get this inside the fortification.
Or their leader at least had it with him.
Isn't their leaders in that truck running away from us? Well, was in that truck
It was
Well,
a Warboss
obviously.
in armor.
as a knob or a boss, perhaps, yes.
A superior had this box. It must have been.
Let's cast it to a vote. I would vote to cast it out. But I'm unsure. I've never seen behavior like this in orcs before.
I vote to keep it, but don't open it under penalty of death. No matter who touches it. Us or the guard.
Castian, Arvek? What say you?
I say we keep it and turn it into Ordo Xenos, the Deathwatch.
So we take it.
Ultimately, you're in command, so you could decide not to.
Just throw crack grenades at it and see what happens.
A vote to destroy.
A signal comes in over the box. My lords, the charges are ready to go. Whenever you're ready to depart the wreck.
Or we could leave it in the ship and blow it that way.
I think it's worth investigating because we have Injasiers here, so I think they can do it.
Well, if anything,
Theros, this is your call.
we can bribe the orcs with it.
We have your box. Show us the leader so we can stab him. Oh, we can bait him out, yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Your box.
I've got a fucking random idea. Just give me 1 second. I need to check a range on something.
No, we can't shoot it out the Leviathan cannon.
That's not what I'm thinking.
But are you gonna try and use your psychic thing to go tell the orc guy that we got his box?
Yeah, I don't know what sort of response it'll get. Can I
We
try and
have
gauge
an
off that?
We have an orbital vox casting system.
Well, no,
The whole
I'd have it would be to try and communicate with the orcs.
Orcs.
Yeah, to let them know we've got their box and gauge what we're going to do on their reaction. I have short range telepathy, but I don't know if I'm going to be in range. It's got quite a long range for being short range, because long range can actually communicate between planets and stuff. But let me check this range real quick. At least it'll give us something to go off of. Page 191, okay.
$50 kilometers times your psychic rate.
Okay, my psychic rating's 4. So 200 kilometers, this my range is. Can I try and roll this, Havel, and see if I can get in communication with one of the larger orc entities?
Sure.
Particularly the boss, but I don't know.
Yeah, go
I got an 88.
look for a large orky presence in the warp.
Nah, I didn't get it. I rolled, my willpower is 50, I rolled an 88.
Should re-roll that?
No, don't do that because I don't know if y'all heard Havel, but he says you're trying to contact a large orc somewhere in the system. Not even just the boss. Not even the guy you're trying to talk to. Just someone big.
Said yeah, he's a psyker. He knows what entities in the warp look like. I said contact a large orky entity in the warp.
Worst case, Gork just punches her wall, you know?
I re-rolled, spent another fate and I still didn't get it. No,
Ah.
So I didn't get it.
Wait, hold on. What does it mean when you roll 100 when you're trying to use psychic abilities?
Ah, shit.
I'm not pushing it at all. That was just a standard unfair. So I'm completely safe unless I say I want to push it. And I don't push stuff.
Push it.
Alright.
Do it.
No, fuck that. I will
Flesh
become
gate opens, you lose the base.
I will
Push it
bec-
over, you're all dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
The psyker,
times, good
don't
times.
try and make the psyker push his psychic powers ever, because he's highly influential.
You could
But
be
we
playing
need them
any
to go.
Deathwatch match and suddenly demons.
Exactly. You don't want to go demons when we've already
But
got
that'll
Orc,
get the
Tau,
orcs.
and Gene Stealers. We've got Orc, Tau, and Gene Stealers in this scenario already. Let's not add demons to that as well.
Well, hold on. Look at it this way. If you summon demons, we won't have to worry about the box anymore. We won't have to worry about trying to contact some fucking orc. We'll be dead.
Indeed. So yeah, that short range telepathy just didn't work.
But if you think about it, we don't have to worry about the orcs taking the fort if it's infested by chaos demons.
Alright,
And
That's
then we
right.
can break it.
So
I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I thought that this was gonna go much rougher for you, and that you would still be fighting orcs at this point because they would be kicking your ass. I
Can we
didn't
have a
think that
break?
you would slaughter. Yeah, I didn't think you would slaughter them so fast that they would have to pull off of the fort.